Hey guys, what's up? Crazy Quest 4041 here, and today we're going to be doing something quite interesting, and that is making some cursed tanks in a private server template for Raz.io. So, in case you don't know, there's a website called glitch.com that you can use to make private servers for Raz.io, and you can mess with the code to change some things. Now, I've been doing this for over a year now, and I've become very good at making those changes to the server and making some pretty interesting stuff, which I will make videos about in the future. But today, I thought I'd show you guys what exactly you can do with this thing, what kind of cursed tanks you can make. So, first, we need to go here, which is, so we have a website called readme.md, a Raz template. So this is the main project for Raz.io. This is the template project that like CX, or I think he's CorruptX or whatever. He made that. So if you go in here, there's a bunch of different code files that you can mess with. So it's pretty cool. That's what we're going to be doing. So if you see over here, there's a button that says remix. I'm going to remix this project, and it gives it a different name. So now this is just a randomized 3-word project title. So let's rename this. I think this time I'm going to name it Curse Raz Tanks. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, the first thing we need to do when making a tank is find, well, if we want to make something based off of a specific tank, let's say Annihilator. I'm going to search for that, press Control F and search for that. So here it is. This is the file or tank file thingy for the Annihilator. So the first time I started doing this, I just like copy down all the stuff from here. I'd kind of rewrite it, but you don't really have to do that. It's easier to do that if you want to make like a completely different tank, but usually what you'll do is just copy and paste the entire thing and then mess around with it. So I think what we're going to be doing here, oh yeah, a very crucial thing. You always have to change this part, because if there's two of the same thing, then the newer one, it won't update, and this will end up looking more like this. So let's just put a level 2. That's usually what I do for tanks that I don't know how to name. Curse Annihilator. All caps. Okay. So what do we want to do with this to make it cursed? Well, first, let's do the classic thing that everybody wants to do with Annihilator. Yeah, that. As you can see here, this is the width of the tank cannon. And yeah, imagine how this is going to look in game. It's going to be pretty thick. Well, unfortunately, this is going to end up looking like literally nothing in the game, because eventually if you make it too big, it's not going to work anymore. So let's, oh gosh. So let's just stick with standard, how about 999? That seems fair. So this is already going to be looking really, really big. Actually, we could even bump this up to, say, 1500. That's kind of cool. But something else I want to do is going to require something a bit different. So let's go to the main game. Okay, so down here in the options menu, we have something called the Custom Shape Builder. So this right here is actually very useful in coding because it lets you make pretty much any shape you want. And, you know, if you want to make cursed shapes, if you want to make regular shapes, basically anything that's not like a basic polygon, like square, triangle, pentagon, you can use this. So let's get into it. So as you can see, we have this shape right here to start with, then like our little XY grid. You can zoom in and out and all that. So you can add points basically, and you can remove points, but the main thing is that like you move these points around to make the shape you want. And what we're going to be doing with this is just spamming this add point button until it just looks like the most hideous, craziest, most cursed shape in all of history. So let's remove all the points first, bring this back to 0, and boom, 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 boom. Just spam it until I can't no more. Oh my goodness. What in the world have I created here? Well, I can add some more. I mean, that's already looking just super crazy. So I think that's going to do the trick. It's very hideous. So in this little your code box, that changes when you move the points and stuff. So what you do is copy this, then under this line right here, we're going to paste it and put a comma at the end. Or is there a comma at the end? I can't actually see the entire thing. Yes, put a comma at the end or else you'll get an error. So that's already getting a little laggy because there's so many points. But that's how we're going to do this. So that's going to be looking super cursed. I like. So let's hop on down here. Scroll all the way down until, see this. This is upgrade paths. So what we have here is basically what does the basic upgrade to, and then all of these. So what this means basically is the basic here. We have exports.basic, which is the file for the tank. Upgrades tier 1. So this is everything you can upgrade to from basic at level 10 or tier 1. And then we have tier 3, and it's the same for tier 2, smasher, twin, you get it. Those are all little tank files. So I think this is going to be something that upgrades from testbed, because in case I actually invite people to the server, which I usually don't, but in case I do, I'm going to put that in here so it's not part of the main thing, because that would be kind of weird. So if we remember what we named the cursed annihilator, that was Ani 2. We just added a little 2 as a kind of placeholder sort of name. And then what that means is we'll be able to upgrade to that cursed tank from testbed. So now, how do you actually get to your server? Well, go into readme.md. Unless you already mess with this, and unless you have a server template and you already like mess with this, deleted some stuff, then you should see this. Your private server name will be at this. So you see where it says Araz template? Replace Araz template with its new name. So what we're going to do is replace this part of the link with Curse Araz Tank, which is the title of our project. So let's copy this. Be very careful not to accidentally click it. Copy. and paste it in a new tab. So now we take this out and instead replace it with our project title, curse dash Araz dash tanks, which that's what you do with any name of a server you create. So then let's go here. Obviously, everything in the main server looks exactly the same. Nothing different about this. But now, except for the fact that now we have this unknown private question mark server, which is ours. So if we join this, we get taken to just like a basic template server. I didn't actually mess with this. This is just what the server automatically looks like if you create a template. So now we have to access the test bed, which all you have to do is press the button with the tilde on it. You don't actually have to hold shift or anything. Just press the button with the tilde and then level up. And what in the world do we have here? I don't know, but this is our cursed tank. As you can see, it's just a little blue and gray blob, because when you make the shooter too big, it'll just make the tank super tiny, so that's already looking cursed. Let's upgrade to this and see what we have created. Okay, oh my god, what in the world? That's pretty epic. I mean, that's just such a monstrosity. Look at that bullet. Just covers the entire screen. This is great. It's just so jumbled up. I mean, that's what happens when you create a weird shape. But yeah, that is looking just crazy. I don't know. I just love doing stuff like this. It's always so fun to just see, to just push my imagination to the limits and see what kind of crazy things I can create. And maybe in a future video I'll show some of like I said, like I probably said a billion times already. I'm not sure if I've already said this before in this video, because I'm actually recording this part later due to me losing some footage. So I'm not actually sure if I said this before, but I'm going to be making a lot of videos in the future showing my Araz.io glitch projects and my main server and, some Araz.io updates. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now I want to do something a bit different. I think we're going to go to the Streamliner code. So here it is. Just looking like a normal Streamliner. You see these are all the little tank barrels it has. Now you might be thinking, oh yeah, he's just going to add a bunch of shooters so it's like a super overpowered Streamliner. Well, unfortunately, this isn't super OP tank day. This is super curse tank day. So let's go ahead and let's mess with the position of the shooters. So as you can see here, I have X, Y, and angle, and aspect. So aspect is basically like, how the machine gun has the barrel with the sort of triangular shape. Well, let's put 1.1 for this barrel and watch what happens to our Streamliner. Do you notice how the top shooter is just a little bit more triangular? Here, let's make it a bit longer so you can see better. And here we go. Now we have a super triangular barrel, and it's actually getting a little bit wider now that since now now since I added more aspect. So that's basically what aspect does. Makes the barrel more triangular. So that's definitely something we can mess around with. I think I'm actually going to leave that. Okay, so now I'm just going to do some stuff where I mess around with the X and Y positions and stuff, and I think I'm going to cut the video here and I will report back once I'm finished. Okay, it's been a few minutes, and as you can see, I have messed around with the X and Y and length and aspect and all that good stuff, and I think from all the jumbled up numbers we have here, this tank is going to end up looking pretty funny. So let's go check it out. Okay, logging back into the server. Everything seems normal until this. I mean, what? I mean, I don't even think all the barrels are showing. What the? You can see like the triangle one and then like a different triangle one. I think one thing I forgot to do was like change the angle of them or something. Like, oh my god, what? The bullets too. There's like the one shooter back there shooting like super tiny bullets. I mean, it still works. It still works fine, but this is such a monstrosity. Like, this barrel isn't even connected to the body. This is so cursed. Wow. I mean, that is definitely one cursed streamliner we have here. And one more thing I forgot to do was copy and paste the Streamliner code. Instead, I was actually editing the Streamliner code, which is a mistake on my part. But another thing is I need to add it to the testbed upgrades, so it's sort of like a side tank. Because I think while I'm not recording, I'm going to be messing around with the server, and when I record again, it is going to be even more of a monstrosity than it is now. Hope you're ready for that. Okay, real quick, I have added the Curse Streamliner to the testbed upgrades, and I hate how the other computer finder keeps coming up when I try to use the glitch finder, which is actually a lot better. Anyway, yeah, I've added the Curse Streamliner to the testbed upgrade, so that's all good. And, I'm sorry we didn't get to that many today, but I think the curse tanks I did create are quite hilarious, and I hope you thought so too. So that's where I'm going to wrap this episode up. I'll do more glitch.com server edits and some more private servers and stuff soon, but that's going to be all for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment down below, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.